So you're going to notice something on my main channel for the next little while is I'm going to be going after Trudeau a lot because I'm in Canada and he needs to go in the next election. He needs to be voted out of there, and the Liberals need to become non-existent. We need to do the same thing to the Liberal Party of Canada that they did to the Democratic Party in America. So here we go. Let's go into this motion M103 on Islamophobia. First of all, Islamophobia, made up word, by the way, doesn't mean anything. Since phobia is let's search that. Phobia. Definition: an extreme or irrational fear of or aversion to something. Well, let's see. Islam, people are chopping people's heads off in the name of Islam. They fly planes into buildings and blow themselves up in crowded locations. In the name of Islam. They're doing it for Islam. You can't ignore that. It's in the Quran. So, a phobia is an irrational fear. Since when is it an irrational fear to be afraid of someone who wants to blow you up? There is no such thing as Islamophobia. Fear of Islam is rational. So, let's go into this whole M103 motion on Islamophobia. It's interested in softening the tone of her controversial motion on Islamophobia. If the Liberal government believes all racism and discrimination is worthy of equal condemnation, then it should encourage Khalid to change its wording to reflect that. Is this Sun News? Oh, I thought this. Oh, it might is the website, I guess. Right now, it singles out Islamophobia and calls for committees to look into ways to tackle all religious discrimination. This is a problem I have with all of our governments. It's none of their damn business to come up with committees to tackle religious discrimination. It is their duty as government to treat everyone equally. To some people, it means an irrational hatred of Muslims. There is nothing irrational. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Irrational hatred of Muslims, but a lot of people don't hate Muslims. They're just scared of radical Islam. Should denounce. Well, listen, miss. But to others, notably, in some parts of the Muslim world, Islamophobia means any criticism of Islam and its prophet. Now, that is bad. The fact that if you're not allowed to criticize a religion or its beliefs, then that's a problem. That's the state taking sides, and that's something they should never do in a liberal society, in a free society. I mean, I want to see Muhammad dunked in a jar of piss. Let's see piss Muhammad, like piss Christ. For equal opportunity offense. If you're allowed to put Christ in piss, then you're allowed to put Muhammad in piss. How hard is that? I mean, really? Yes. Despite this, Khalid says she will not eliminate the word Islamophobia from the motion and replace it with a more clearly defined term. This is the problem with progressives, and I'm betting she's a progressive. They change the words, but it doesn't matter. It means the same thing. They change the package around it. It's propaganda, Term anti-Muslim bigotry is possible substitute. Look, no one is for bigotry. It's ridiculous. It's already illegal, by the way. Be bigoted towards anybody. This is the problem. I hate how governments come up with these special laws for certain groups of people. No, the law must apply equally to all. That's a modern liberal society, and that is their motion seems to be to trap the conservatives into a no-win situation. where they will be called out as intolerant simply for raising legitimate concerns about how the motion is worded. And that is their goal. The freaking progressives, they change the words to everything, but it means the same thing. Ontario PCs will support anti-Islamophobia motion. Of course they will. The progressive conservatives, progressive in the name. They're not conservatives then. Refusing to wait in the debate over a similar motion in the House of Commons that has exposed divisions among federal conservatives. We will always condemn any form of hate. It's not hate, it's concern. Any hate is already illegal in hate speech laws. Oh, freaking hell. Why do you need an additional law just to protect a group of people? Oh, this is pissing me off. These people are, this is just legal virtue signaling. That's all it is. We're sticking up for Muslims because we're good people. Oh my gosh. MVs skip sensitive votes on issues such as extending full parental rights to gays. And said no members of traveling back with the rights. Blah, 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 blah. Word Islamophobia in a similar motion. Islamophobia is not a word. It's swamped by death threats and hate mail for it. Whatever. The motion known as M103 specifically condemns Islamophobia as well as other religious discrimination. What about against Jews by Muslims, which is probably going to go up now that we've got all these refugees from Muslim countries coming in. Not that I'm against refugees. We're a compassionate nation. I'm just vet them well. Don't bring them in simply because you're feel-good, bleeding heart liberals. That's all. That's all my concern is. I'm not against refugees. I'm not against immigration. I'm just for legal immigration and responsible refugees, responsible refugee policy. That's all. That's it. As Donald Trump says, extreme vetting. Liberals MPs voted 165 to 126 to defeat the motion Tuesday afternoon. Did they actually get they defeated it? Oh, no, the conservatives won. Okay, never mind that. Yeah, okay, the term Islamophobia is important because no, it is not. It is not a word. We want to make sure we denounce it. Shut up, you stupid prick. We know increasing hate crimes against the Muslim community for the past 2 years. Most of them have been manufactured 2 years, and therefore by a different problem. The NDP supported. Yeah, the NDP supported the Conservatives' motion and expressed support for Khalid's motion. The NDP supported the Conservative motion? Holy shit! Amazing. That's how out of touch you freaking are. If the NDP and the Conservatives join forces to defeat a motion. Wow. Wait, what? The NDP supported the Conservatives' motion and expressed. Okay, I spoke too soon. What the hell? What does that mean? Increasing hate. The NDP supported the person and expressed support for Khalid's. Okay, so they expressed support for the actual spirit of the motion, but they supported the Conservatives' motion to not have Islamophobia in there. Okay, that's the way I'm reading this. That's the way I understand it. Okay, let's go somewhere else. It says Toronto Sun. Oh, it's all the Toronto Sun. Holy crap! You're not seeing it anywhere else, I guess. Tories wonder what Islamophobia means. Well, Islam is a religion founded by the Prophet Muhammad several hundred years ago. It is a religion that is very controversial because it is basically behind the rise in terrorist attacks from Islam. That's Islam. There are over 1 billion practicing Muslims on Earth. That practice Islam. Some more radical than others. Phobia is a irrational fear of things. So essentially, they're accusing you of having a rational fear of Islam. Okay. Fine, whatever. Freaking hell. Listen to blah, 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 grit. I don't know. Troubling rise in hate crimes against the Muslim community across this country. It is real. It can be defined, and it has no place in Canada. Well, that we agree, but I'd like to see the actual statistics on this. I'm sure the Huffington Post has some statistics on this somewhere. Let's just see. Condemn all Tories tabled a new motion scrubbing any reference of the term. It urges the House to condemn all forms of systemic racism, religious intolerance, and discrimination of Muslims, Jews, Christians, Sikhs, Hindus, and other religious communities. Liberals have made it clear they will not accept the change, saying it is akin to watering down the very purpose of M103. Well, of course, liberals hate Jews, Christians, Sikhs, Hindus, and other religious communities. They favor Muslims. Did I trigger you? I'm just kidding. But no, it kind of sounds like that though, doesn't it? No, they're just playing partisan politics. They have this hard-on for Muslims for some reason. Yeah, whatever. I'm so sick and tired of people, the left setting a narrative that we have to all abide by, and then everybody kowtowing to a narrative that didn't make sense or it didn't exist prior to that narrative. And suddenly everybody has to go along with it as if it was doctrine or something like that. And you know what I'm talking about. Transgendered bathrooms. When did that suddenly we're all bigots if we don't agree with transgendered going whatever bathroom they want to. It's like, when did this happen? When did this start? When did we have to talk about this? No wonder Trump won. All right. I think I'm going to end this video because I'm just ranting now.